Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. Thank you to Up of Hope for creating this much needed event. We are women and we do need to be empowered. I'm going to share with you guys it's sort of a poem that I wrote. It's very small and it's very short. But I think that it speaks volumes. I feel like sometimes, a muse touches me and words just start coming out, and so much to the point that when I write it down, I forget it. But this one I actually remembered. So it goes a little something like this. When God created man, he created a work of art. But when God created woman, he created a masterpiece. Y'all like that? There is something special about the resiliency of women, that as a woman, I am so inspired by women in general. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it myself, and I share my story to continue to empower women and to raise awareness. My organization, Precious Little Ladies, seeks to combat child molestation and domestic violence by strengthening the bond between mothers and daughters. So the reason why I started this, because I myself am a victim of child molestation and domestic violence. When I was 8 years old, my father started molesting me. By the time I was 10 years old, he started raping me. And at 15, I got pregnant with my first child for him. Now, I didn't escape from him until I was 23 years old. And over the years, I had 4 children for him. They're here today with me, and they are very supportive of any time I speak out and anything that I do, because I cook as well. And they are extremely supportive of everything I do, and I love them for it. That is a testament of no matter where you come from and no matter what you've been through, God has a journey for you. And I know the last speaker was talking about a purpose. I feel that I have truly found my purpose. And I've taken everything that I have been through, and I've used it as a way to gather information in order to help others. So the first time I shared my story, which was, I started blogging, and women started emailing me and started talking to me and thanking me for sharing my story because they had never expressed what had happened to them. And that in seeing me share my story and speak about what happened to me made them feel, 1, not alone, and 2, encourage them to also speak up and report their abusers. So that right there to me was a sign from God telling me that, Aziza, you have been through this, and that's the number 1 point. You have been through this, and you are to use what you have experienced in order to contribute and better the world. Excuse me if I get a little emotional, but that feeling right there of knowing what I am here to do and being able to use something so traumatic in order to better other people's lives keeps me going every day. So, a little bit about Precious Little Ladies. It wasn't easy starting a nonprofit organization, but one thing that is easy is that you can help people. And helping people not only helps me heal, but the transferring of energy between knowing that you did something good for someone and absorbing that energy just empowers you and energizes you in order to keep being able to deal with your own problems. So I encourage everyone here, women especially. I know we put our energy into our families, our children, with just being a woman in America. If you help other women and help other people, the blessings come down like you wouldn't believe. For me, I have one of the programs that Precious Little Ladies has is a sexual abuse survivors group meeting. And the idea is that we take the youth, something called, that community psychologists called helper therapy. It's actually been studied and proven that when one person shares their trials with someone else and the other person, the receiver, benefits from them, it actually helps them heal. Their actual energy around them changes. So I encourage the women that I talk to, and I encourage conversation, because as you start sharing yourself and sharing your testimony, the energy changes and everything starts working itself out. Not to mention the fact you don't know what anybody is going through. We pass and talk to people every day, and we never know what's going on in their lives. I lived my life for 23 years before anyone knew what was going on with me. So even on a day-to-day basis, when I see a cashier, you know, sometimes cashiers can give you some attitudes. Every now and then you'll go into a restaurant and, you know, a young girl is not having a good day and you really don't know why. I take that and I give her my positive energy, because I know, based on what I've been through, I don't know what she's going through in her home, and I don't jump to conclusions. So anyone I speak to, I recommend that you open your mind and you open your heart and just have a more world view of what people go through on a day-to-day basis. Another program that we have is called Girl, We've Got You Covered. What Girl, We've Got You Covered is we collect health and beauty products to donate to women living in domestic violence shelters. I was inspired to start this effort because when I was younger, my mother didn't really know how to access the resources. And even now, when a woman goes and she's trying to escape her abuser and she goes into a shelter, they don't have items like deodorant, soaps. You know, you kind of have to have your own thing. And then even when you're escaping an abuser, that's not the first thing that you're looking to catch. You're looking to take with you. So what I do is I get my family and my friends, and now I'm reaching out to companies and other organizations to donate products, health and beauty products, even lip glosses and makeup, and we give them to women that are escaping abusers. Other than that, Precious Little Ladies serves as like a hub in the community. We network with other organizations so that if someone comes to us needing help and they need the help that we cannot provide, we help them identify the other organizations that could help them. So we are a network. We are very much involved in social media because I believe that raising awareness, having the knowledge, is the number one thing that empowers people. When you don't know, you can't really do much. But when you do know, then you have no excuse to not do anything. So I really believe in letting people know what's going on, raising awareness, sharing the statistics, and I believe that that gets society thinking. So that's my organization. But one thing I do want to share with the other businesses, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody in here that is looking or is interested in starting a nonprofit. The process that I went through, I had to learn as I went along. I first had to register with the state of New Jersey, and I am in the process of getting my 501c3 tax exemption from federally. So that takes time. But in doing that, that doesn't stop me from continuing to do my work because it helps me, it helps my family, it helps my children. And I just am so happy that I have found something that does help me heal at the same time helping others. And I would recommend that anyone in here, no matter what you've been through, do help somebody. You know, help somebody through any way that you can, even if it is donating some health and beauty products to the Girl, We've Got You Covered at Precious Little Ladies. That would be great. So thank you again, Mr. Cunningham of Hope, for having me here. And if anybody, I encourage questions. In fact, I will open up right now to questions. If anybody has any questions, if they want to know anything, I don't care how personal or how in detail, you are welcome to. So, does anybody have any questions?
I'm very interested in donating the products to domestic violence. How do we
Well, I mean, you can tell me, let me know. We do have we have 3 collection sites actually. One is called The Rack in Maplewood, New Jersey. So usually like for big items, we have that set up. It's a cafe and you can send stuff there. There are also 2 churches in Newark. I'm trying to connect with more churches. So it's on our website, preciouslittleladies.org, the collection sites, or you could let me know. Our survivor support group is once a month. I can also, the schedule is on the website, but I could definitely talk to you and give you that information. And that's held in East Orange, New Jersey at the public library.
And so if I know someone that's going through it, just
yes.
How do I just recommend them to you?
Yes, and they can show up. I will always be there. If no one shows up, I will still be there. So it doesn't matter how big or how small the crowd is. If I can help and contact one person, then I've done my job. Also, is there any other questions?
Do you go? I'm sorry, this is a topic that's very
Okay.
Do you go speak in churches?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, so I can just contact.
Yes, you can. And everything is up on our website at preciouslittleladies.org. Also, my website is azizakibibi.com. And I wrote my book, Unashamed, A Life Tainted. So if you want to know more about me and my journey, feel free to go in the front where my 2 daughters are manning the table and get information on that and also get a signed book. So God bless. Thank you for your time. And please pass the word on.